So we're going to talk about left-right parabolas today. So what we've been doing is solving for y. So y equals x minus h squared plus k. This is our normal, it either opens up or opens down parabola. Okay. The way you work it is no different. Okay, no different. But we're going to have x equals. And then if you'll take a look, you'll see that your k and your h are switched for your vertex. So since it's left, right, we kind of read it backwards. So I'll explain the vertex in just a minute. We'll work on the completing the square. And then it is the same exact thing. If you pull it outside of parentheses, you change it. But when it's x equals, you read it backwards. Okay, y, the y is the y coordinate. So make sure that you keep that as the y coordinate. All right. So we have x equals negative y. Let's do this one first since it doesn't have the negative on it. We have the y squared. That's your automatic knowing that it's going to be a left-right parabola. So we're going to do the same thing that we did the other day. We're going to move this 57 over by subtracting it. Rewrite the rest and put in your blanks. Again, no different than what we've been doing, just the letters are switched. That's it. Okay. To fill in this blank, that 14 divided by 2 is 7, squared is 49. What I do to one side, I do to the other. We're going to clean it up. 49 minus 57 is negative 8. We're going to rewrite this side. We have y. We have a plus. The square root of 49 is 7 squared. And then we want to move that 8 over. So the same thing that we've been doing. All right. So your vertex on this one, this is all you're doing today, just making the equation, okay? That's all you're doing. But just to take it a step further, which will make our life easier soon, when we do the vertex, you guys normally do the 7 and you change the sign to a negative and then you keep the 8 because it's x equals, we write it backwards. The 7 is with y. So that is going to become your y coordinate. We still change the sign because we take it out. And then we leave the 1 in the back alone. So again, you're just reading it backwards. 8, negative 7. All right, we're going to do number 3. We're going to move that 5 over with the x. So we're going to add it. We have y squared minus 2y. And then add your plus blanks. 2 divided by 2 is 1. Squared is 1. So it fills both blanks. On this side, we get x plus 6 equals. On the other side, a y minus the square root of 1 is 1 squared. And then the last step is to move the 6 over. So x equals y minus 1 squared. Subtract the 6. We know it faces left, right because the x goes left, right. Okay, think about the x-axis is left, right. And then our vertex for this one. And again, like I say, I read it backwards. So I start with negative 6 and then inside, we're going to change the sign to positive 1. And one more time, you're not doing anything with the vertex in your homework, but it will help you out very soon. Okay. All right, we're going to jump back up to number 1. Just like before, we don't want that negative, so we're going to take that negative out in just a minute. So move that 52. To take this negative out, all you do is change all the signs. So change everything that you see, divide everything by -1. So change the x to negative, change the 52 to negative, the y squared goes to positive, the 14 goes to positive, and now we can put our blanks in. We've already done this over here. 14 divided by 2 is 7, squared is 49. Rewrite it. 49 minus 52, sorry, is a -3. Y plus 7 squared. You're going to move your 3 over by adding it. And then the last thing you're going to do is divide by that -1. Divide everything by -1. Let me get this out of the way so you guys can see. That gives you a positive x equals. We're just going to put the negative in front. Y plus 7 squared minus 3. I'm going to go down to number 9 and do that one because it's exactly the same, okay? We're going to take that negative out. Everybody good with number 1, 2? Everybody good there? All right. Number 9 down at the bottom. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to change the signs. You can do that at the beginning. You can do it in the second step. It doesn't matter. I just went ahead and changed it in the second step. We're going to move the 4 over. So -x plus 4, this should be a y squared, sorry, equals y squared minus 4y, and then we're going to put our blanks in. 4 divided by 2 is 2, squared is 4. Clean it up, we get -x plus 8 equals y minus 2 squared. We have a minus and square root of 4. Move your 8 and then divide everything by -1. Again, all that does is change the sign. Positive x, we put the negative in front, y minus 2 squared, and then a plus 8. What's your vertex on this one? 8, positive 2. Perfect. Perfect. Which direction does it point in? Think about it. Left. Why is it left? Because it's negative, so it points to the left. So anything negative is going to point to the left, positive is going to point to the right. You guys did great on that. It's a 1, so it's going to be a normal looking U, just like a perfect or an apparent graph. If this number is larger, remember it's going to be real skinny to the left or skinny to the right. If it's a fraction, still the fat. Everything is exactly the same. It just points a different direction. Okay. All right, let's go back up to number 4. We'll do all the fractions last. They're all pretty easy, so don't stress out about those, but we'll do those last. So on this one, I'm going to move my 11 over. And then the problem is I have this -4 that I need to get rid of. So I'm going to take that out, leaves me with y squared minus 4y, and then I can put my blank in. Okay, so factor out that -4. 16 divided by -4 is -4. Complete your square. 4 divided by 2 is 2. Squared is 4. But remember, in this blank, it's what you took out times what you put in. So we're actually putting in -16. Clean it up. X minus 5 equals -4. Y minus square root of 4 is 2 squared. And then move your 5 over. So x equals -4. Y minus 2 squared. Add your 5 to the other side. What's your vertex? 5, 2. Which way does it point? Left. And then is it fat or skinny? Skinny, because the 4 makes it stretch. Everybody good? Again, in a couple of, it might be tomorrow's notes, I don't know, but I'll look in a minute. But anytime that we're going to start talking about characteristics, that's what we're going to do. And now what will happen is on your test, they'll just put them together. You're not going to separate them. So you have to know which one you're solving for. If we have y squared, you know you're making it x equals. If we have x squared like we had the last couple of days, you know you're solving for y. Okay, so that'll tell you which one to do. All right, number 6. We're going to move our 18. If you want to go ahead and factor out this 2 at this point, that is perfectly fine to do it all in one step. Don't stress out about that at all. Okay, so I'm going to factor out that 2. We get y squared minus 4y, and then we put in our blanks. This is the same thing that we just did. So we're going to add 4 right here. But this blank is what you took out times what you put in. So it's going to be 2 times 4 or 8. Clean it up. We get x minus 10 equals 2 times y minus 2 squared. And then we're going to add our 10 to the other side. Any questions? Number 7, like I said, I'll go to the fractions last. Number 7, we need to move the 66. And we need to take out negative 4. So we get y squared minus 8y plus blank. 32 divided by negative 4 is negative 8. In this one, 8 divided by 2 is 4, squared is 16. In this box, what you took out times what you put in gives you negative 64. When we add them together and clean it up, we get x plus 2 equals negative 4. We have a y, a minus, square root of 16 is 4 squared. Subtract your 2 from either side, negative 4, y minus 4 squared, move that 2 over. Your vertex is 2, 4. It points to the left, and it is skinny. All right, 3 more. Number 8, move the 44. And factor out a 6. Y squared plus 6y plus blank, and add your blank in. Six divided by 2 is 3. Squared is 9. In that box, what you took out times what you put in is 54. 54 minus 44 is 10. Clean it up. 6 times y plus 3. And then move your 10 over. X equals 6 times y plus 3 squared. Move your 10. Vertex is negative 10, negative 3. It points to the right because the 6 is positive, and it'll be skinny because it's a 6. Right. So the next one has fractions, and remember to deal with fractions, we multiply by the denominator. So it's a divide 3 in your problem. We're going to multiply 3. So we're going to multiply every single thing by 3. The only thing that does is change it to 3x, and then you keep all the numbers on top. So 1y squared, or just y squared, plus 8y plus 13. Now it's a normal problem that you're used to. Move the 13 over, complete the square. So we're going to do 3x minus 13 equals y squared plus 8y plus blank. Eight divided by 2 is 4, squared is 16. We didn't pull anything out, so that goes in both boxes or both blanks. Clean it up. 3x plus 3 equals y plus 4 squared. Move your 3. 3x equals y plus 4 squared minus 3. And then your last step is divide everything by 3, just like we did the negative at the top. And we get x equals, remember what I told you, whatever the fraction is in front is what you're going to have here. 1/3 y plus 4 squared. And then 3 divided by 3 is 1. Your vertex will be -1, -4. It will point to the right. And this one will be fat. It will be fat. They will call it a horizontal stretch or a horizontal shrink because we're going to the left or the right. So it's like that. Okay. And then the last one, number 5. The difference in number 5 is that it has 2 different denominators, but it doesn't matter. You're always going to pick the largest one. Okay. So what's the largest denominator we have? 12. So we're going to multiply by 12. And remember, you get your calculators. I can do this in my head. If you can't do it in your head, use that calculator and it's fine. So we have 12x. That just cancels out the 12 and leaves you with 1y squared or y squared. If we think back when we did rationals, 12 over 6 is 2. So we're actually multiplying the 7 by 2. Okay, so it'll be a minus 14y. But again, you can put it in your calculator. 12 times 7 over 6, I'll put parentheses in there, and you can see that it's 14. Okay, so you can use your calculator, it's fine. And then we have plus our 85 because it just cancels the 12 out. Now it's just a normal problem. Move your 85 and clean it up. 12x minus 85 equals y squared minus 14y. Put your plus blanks. We've done this a couple times. 14 divided by 2 is 7. Squared is 49. Clean it up again. 49 minus 85 is negative 36. Y minus 7 squared. Add your 36 like normal. So 12x equals y minus 7 squared. Add your 36. And your last step is divide everything by 12, which gives you x equals. Remember, we're going to change it to 1/12. It should look exactly like this. If it doesn't, you know you did something wrong. Y minus 7 squared, and then 36 divided by 12 is 3. Your vertex is 3, positive 7. It points to the right because it's positive, and it will be really fat or a horizontal shrink. Okay. Any questions on this page? Is everybody good? I think that's it, but I'm not sure. I'm going to check and make sure. Yes. All right. Look at the next one real quick. This is what we're doing tomorrow. See what it says? We've been doing that for a couple days now, right? So tomorrow should be easy. All you're doing is completing the square, telling me what the vertex is and which way it opens. That's it. We already know how to do that, right? So tomorrow should be a fairly easy, quick day. We won't do all 20 of these. We have 10 that are left, right, and 10 that are up, down. Okay. And they are split up. They're not all in the same. So like the first page is all y equals. So we'll do a couple of these and a couple of the back, and then I'll give you time to work. So it'll be a pretty easy day tomorrow. Got it? Is everybody good? All right, Zoomers, I'm going to stop sharing, stop recording.